It's time for high-key, low-key.
All right, high-key, the U.S. women's national team wants all the monies, and low-key, they deserve it. I know I'm going to get everyone's little feathers ruffled. I know it's very, very offensive to some people that women should be paid the same as men. I know. It is basically traumatizing.
How can they get paid the same when they have babies? Is that the argument? I don't know. I struggle with it.
I don't know. I don't know why it bothers people so much. It gets like honestly, just tweet like women deserve to be paid the same as men and just leave it, and then just read like the comments. It's a if you look at the data, vortex of just icky goo goo.
Yeah.
It's actually amazing. I've had so many arguments about this particular topic. Yeah. Obviously, the WNBA players are trying to get paid more as well. I do believe they should be paid more. My at least understanding of those situations is that the NBA is a business, and the WNBA is a separate business, although they are obviously intertwined in some way. Whereas the U.S. women's national team and the men's national team are the national team. So they represent the country.
Yes.
The NBA does not represent our country. Don't know if you know this, but people from other countries play in the NBA.
Just to be honest.
People from other countries don't play on the women's national team because it's the women's national team, it's the men's national team. So only people from the United States of America play on the national team. Therefore, it's the country. And since the women's team, well, everyone's getting all like, oh, well, the ratings and the revenue. It's the national team. It's for the country. It's all of us together as one, right? Americans together. That's what we do, right?
That's what they tell us.
That's what we do. So, since that's the case, the women are doing all of the winning. And that's not debatable. The women crush women's soccer globally. It's, honestly, I'm just going to say it, it's embarrassing, the disparity, okay?
Patriot-style dominance, if you will.
Yes, like they've won 3 World Cups. The highest the men have ever finished is 3rd, and that was in 1930.
Shouts out to the old times.
Shout out to 1930. Yeah. Okay.
TBT.
How do you think they found the stadium in 1930?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Must have been so hard. It was probably so hard.
The sun.
The sun and the stars. Yeah, I mean, it's just like I can run down the list of like the 4 gold medals and like I said the 3 World Cups and owning CONCACAF and it's just just good. I can go on and on and on.
Yeah. Light work.
Yeah, light work. Exactly. The point is, it's a different situation than 2 separate businesses like the WNBA and the NBA, even though I do think the WNBA should be paid more, as I said. Stop arguing against women getting paid the same. Not only do they dominate, it is a national team. They absolutely deserve to be paid equally, if not at least a fair increase from what they have. When the women won the World Cup in 2015, they were paid a total to split, $1.725 million in bonuses. When the men reached round 16 in the Cup, which, by the way, they didn't qualify last World Cup.
They did not. A lot of people lost jobs. Just straight up.
It's America.
Yeah.
Where are we? Where we at? Where we at?
Yeah.
They were paid $5.375 million in the year before when they made the round 16. So it's quite a bit of difference there.
Right.
Okay.
Couple mil. Few mil.
Yeah, a few mil. And it's not right. The women absolutely deserve to get paid. Not only do they crush, they have stars. They're completely entertaining. They're consistent. It's a national team. Stop arguing against it. It's honestly embarrassing. You have daughters. You have sisters. Like, it's enough already. Just stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It's so embarrassing. Please stop it. I can't stand it. Stop it. It's enough. Did I say stop it?
One more again. Can
we please stop with this and just pay it? By the way, Women's World Cup on Fox.
Hey.
June 7th.
So good. Women's soccer is so fun to watch. Women's soccer is so fun to watch, especially when you get a chance to see our
completely dominant team.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Can't wait. All right. High key, the Warriors are beefing. And low key, it's over.
You can't say it's over. It's still 2019.
That is my Gru from the Minions movie. What's the Minions movie called?
I think Minions.
Minions?
If it's a Minions movie, I'm pretty sure it's called Minions.
Despicable Me.
Despicable Me. It's not called Minions.
There's a Minions movie, and you said the Minions movie.
You said, okay, thank you, Ariana. It's not called Minions.
The Minions movie isn't?
No, what I'm talking about is
You said, what do they say in the Minions movie? There has been a Minions movie.
Okay,
I was speaking about the Minions movie.
Despicable Me, which is the title I was looking for. Anyway, Gru says it's over or come over or something like that, and that's what it is for the Warriors. All right, so thank you for completely destroying my joke.
Or something like that.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's right.
Shout
The
out
point
Steve
is, shout out Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr is very unhappy.
I said Steve Carell.
Oh, I can't hear anything. I can't hear anything.
But that's Gru. That's the character
yeah,
that
Steve
does
Carell.
it. Yeah, he came on as Gru on Ellen, and it was great. It was a great episode.
Steve Kerr is unhappy with Draymond Green. He has said he is tired of Draymond Green, actually. And
Tired of his shit. That's what he said.
is that what he said?
Yeah, he said tired of shit. The mouth reading was tired of his shit. Tired of Draymond shit.
Is that what he said? Because
Yes.
I thought he said he was fucking tired of Draymond.
Yeah, so
Tired of Draymond?
Yeah.
Not his shit.
No.
It was both the F and the S.
Yeah.
Yay!
Was it?
No bleeps from me though, Donnie. I got you.
Sorry. The point is, this is all. I'm convinced it's all coming apart. It's all coming apart after this year.
How?
KD to New York. Kyrie
Why would he do that?
to LA.
Doesn't matter.
Boogie to LA.
Okay.
Draymond, someone's gonna pay him a bunch of money, and
That's next
you're
year.
gonna be left with with Steph and Clay, which is good.
And some room. The God Myers has got us. Listen, until I was thinking about it today. So
was thinking about it today. He got it.
Warriors Clippers first round right now, I think, how it would line up.
Okay.
There's a world where that's the first series that a team comes back from 3-0 to win. Like if we were down 3-0 to the Clippers right now, I still wouldn't be shook. We're fine.
The Oklahoma, that happened already.
It's 3-1.
Oklahoma City.
It never happened 3-0.
Oh,
3-1 happened.
You're
That
talking
Red Sox. I'm on that Red Sox.
Oh.
I'm on that Red Sox level of cockiness.
Oh wow! Actually, that could definitely
At
happen.
me.
The Clippers are good, but they're not this year. They could beat them in the first round though.
The Clippers?
Yeah, the Warriors. Right now, first round.
How's it over, Joy?
I mean, they're going to win a championship this year, and Kevin
Okay.
Durant's going to win another Finals MVP. Just
Cool.
relax. This is all coming down the.
I'm
down
very
the road.
relaxed.
Down the road. You don't sound relaxed.
But,
all right.
yeah.
High key.
Never does,
Mark
really.
Cuban is trying to Shark Tank players, and low key, I am not going to back him on this particular situation.
Tank players.
So the situation with the G League is basically what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So elite prospects can skip college and go straight to the G League with a salary of $125,000, which for the G League is very high.
Right.
Mark Cuban said if you're strong enough brands and a good enough basketball player, you're crazy to think if you don't take the salary in the G League, because they also do their own marketing deals, are not constrained by the NBA Players Association. So you can pick a very popular player, a high school player, that has a couple million Instagram followers, go straight to the G League, sign a multi-million-dollar shoe deal. Why wouldn't you do that instead of going to college? Because you're going to play against better players. That is true. You don't have the ridiculous NCAA rules. That is true. That say you can only practice X number of hours against your teammates. You can only spend so much time with your coaches. You can't earn any extra money. He's making all good points. The only situation that I find problematic here, while I am an advocate of the G League in theory of it being a developmental league and an option for players who do not want to go to college, the problem is G League isn't like minor league baseball. It's not, and minor league baseball is a rough road as well. It's not some cakewalk. Obviously, the talent is better in G League because they're technically professional basketball players and they move back and forth. Like you have NBA level coaches. Like, of course, it's different than college. However, it's not just some easy road. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be. You're not staying in the Ritz. Okay, like this is a different type of travel that you're doing. Like this is not junior NBA. Like this is the G League. It's a rough road, and just because you're making $125,000, the other thing that you're forgetting when you do this, and this is a move, and it is something, you are giving away all of your medical information to the NBA because you are now a part of that system. Whereas in college, you're playing in college, you're still going to be seen if you're an elite prospect, you're still going to be developing your brand. Obviously, you're not going to get paid, you're going to be able to do your shoe deal and all those things that will eventually come down the line, which is the point that Mark Cuban is making. You can do that earlier. They don't have your medical information, which will change how things go for you in your career. So it seems like a very easy thing, like, oh, just take the money and then go. But it is still a decision that players have to make, and it's just it's not that simple.
And how many of these players are going to be in the G League every year anyways? Maybe one?
Right. Well, I mean, it's elite prospects. That's the point. Like, it's not just simply like there's going to be dozens of players just going straight to the G League. Everyone overreacts to that. Like, oh, you're going to change the one done rule. All the players are going to college basketball's over.
Right.
Loser power rankings. Loser power rankings. These are the losers of the week. Oh, James Dolan, get out of our lives.
But stay in losers. Yeah.
Okay, so he had this fiasco with a fan over the weekend where he was just so bothered at the idea that he should sell the team.
Yeah, a rude comment.
Rude comment.
Yeah, that's
Imagine. Oh, what a life. Could you imagine if you could just ban people out of your life? Oh, it is my dream. It is my dream. Where do I sign up for that?
I mean...
Oh, I have to be a billionaire that owns an NBA team. Okay.
Right,
so I have some legwork to do. The point is a fan suggested that he should sell a team, and he's very offended. I mean, the thought that another person should tell him to do something professionally with his business.
It also didn't come from nowhere. People have been talking about it. He knows that.
I'm being sarcastic.
I know, but I'm just saying, like...
Yeah, it's not the first time he started this.
Right.
So, anyway, he told him, enjoy watching the games on TV, which is kind of a good comeback. It's a little clever. I'll give him that.
Good. MSG has all the games.
Yeah. So, anyway, Charles Oakley obviously has something to say about that, as he should, because that was just... one of the most embarrassing moments in sports history to me. It just was incredibly hard to watch, seeing Charles Oakley, a Knicks legend, being dragged out of that building. It was, I don't even want to get into it. It was awful.
When you guys were playing that on the herd, I was like, I forgot.
Did that happen?
No, not that it happened, but how Charles Oakley looked pushing all those people, but like 3 feet below his height, and it
hurts my sports soul to watch that video.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he basically said he's a bully, which isn't far off, and that Adam Silver needs to do something about it. I don't think that Adam Silver should get involved to the level of forcing him to sell the team. He hasn't done anything to that level, obviously.
Right.
It's just dysfunction. It's disappointing because the Knicks could be such an incredible franchise. They're in the mecca of basketball. MSG is just it's like hallowed grounds for just historic games and performances, and it's just I do want bannability though. I really am into that.
I don't have anything.
Like if you could just banish people.
James Dolan needs to be banned.
I have a list of 5 people right now. I think
You don't want to ban nobody, Joy. Don't get on wax saying you want to ban people.
Do you know me? Have you met me?
I know you. I'm trying to keep the mask for the people who don't know you.
I'm surprised one of us hasn't been banned.
That's fair. Anyway, all right. So that's first loser. All right, McGregor. Oh yeah, I did not ban Ashley. She's
Yeah. Ashley
about to say, Ashley's not here today.
Not ban Ashley.
Do we need to know something?
She's just out today. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So Conor McGregor destroyed a fan's phone outside of Fontainebleau, Miami Beach Hotel. He was placed into custody of charges of felony strong-armed robbery and misdemeanor criminal mischief. I'm thinking. Here's the thing. In general, I think that Conor McGregor he's gotten out of control. Okay, and that's like you don't want to smash someone's phone. I'm not advocating smashing someone's phone.
Right.
However, how close was the phone to Conor McGregor that was smashed? Because I feel like if you put a phone in Conor McGregor's face.
He's got quick hands.
That's
it's
kind of
close.
his thing.
Right. Yes. Yeah. I've seen people get their phone smashed at parties before, and they weren't right there. So I'll say that. But if Conor McGregor's moving and it's somebody's random, that's just in the street.
He's a star. I don't know. So I haven't seen it in video on this. I don't know what the incident was. I'm sure we'll see it because Fontainebleau has cameras.
Yeah. He was arrested.
But he was arrested. There was that. Well, I mean, he clearly did smash the phone if he was arrested.
I know you can get arrested from smashing phones.
It's not your property.
It's a phone.
But it belongs to someone else. Phones are expensive. Have you ever purchased a phone?
Of course. I just got a new one. XR. Shouts out.
Okay, so yeah, of course you can get arrested for smashing someone's phone.
But wait.
You remove something that belongs to someone else and you smash it on the ground.
If I took your backpack and then did a couple jumping jacks on them, I can get arrested for that?
Well, we're both getting arrested because we're fighting. There's computers in there. What do you
Doing
mean?
jumping jacks on a backpack? That is wild, Brandon.
That is wild. Of course you can get arrested. It's nonsense.
Doesn't this help him though? Like I saw that mugshot and I was like, tight. Like,
you
know what I mean?
Weird
if he
that
puts
you
the
do
album,
that
if he puts the album out, that's
like,
what he's got it going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have no interest in a McGregor rap album. Please don't do that. He's out here on some billboards with some whiskey ads though.
Oh man.
But anyway, the point
He was
is.
with Migos in the studio though. It's pretty close.
That is true.
Yeah.
No.
I just wouldn't suggest putting a phone in anyone's face. it seems like a quick way to get your phone smashed.
I mean, this is the best story that person has, though. No harm, no foul.
Probably, but you know, still not cool.
Think of a quick story about a famous person smashing somebody's phone.
Sure.
At a party, college. I think Manti was like about to go into his senior year. I think he decided he was like coming back, and you know, we just at somebody's house partying. Students there called them what did they used to call them? Non-athletic regular people? NARPs. Yeah, NARPs. So NARPs was there. There's a couple NARPs there, and one of the NARPs was filming. Yeah.
Hey, hold on.
Yeah, exactly.
You said gang gang. Why
Yeah,
exactly.
you said squad. You a house
We were
squad. She
shooting
gonna
that
back up
night.
the squad. You are a NARP. Don't
Put
play.
your foot on a wall to climb up and dunk.
Yes, you did do that yesterday, and I
It was
was
tight.
like,
That's a-
that was the most NARPish thing
Yeah,
I've
that's
ever
a
seen in my
heavy
life.
NARP.
Yeah, but high level narking over here.
Anyways,
Come on now.
filming, took the phone. Everybody saw it, and he just made a big fuss about it. Go outside.
He did?
I mean, yeah, the phone got smashed. You know what I'm saying? Don't be recording. Don't be recording people.
I'm
He didn't. I'm saying I was surprised because he didn't get arrested after that. So I was like, oh, you can smash people's phones. I saw Manti do it
At Manti Notre Dame can smash a phone and it's fine.
at a house party.
Yeah, there's levels to that.
Yeah, clearly.
All right, speaking of institutions of learning,
Hey.
so there's a scandal, if you will, a racketeering conspiracy case that includes 33 parents, 9 coaches from universities like USC, UCLA, Yale, Stanford, and Georgetown.
Did not hear my university on
And there are 2 actresses. I don't know their names, but one is Aunt
I actually
Becky.
have one up.
Lori Loughlin.
Laughlin.
It's Aunt Becky. And then we also got Felicity Huffman.
And Felicity Huffman. Yeah,
Hoffman, I believe her
Hoffman.
name is pronounced.
Yeah.
It's spelled Huffman, and she was on Desperate Housewives, which
Yeah,
is just
yeah.
all the threads. Go.
William H. Macy's wife.
Yes, William H. Macy's wife.
Squad,
Yes.
squad.
So the parents are charged in an alleged scheme. They're accused of paying this singer person a total of $25 million between 2011 and February 2019 for the arrangement. The arrangement was basically they disguised their children as athletes. And
How do you do that?
Then paid this guy money to get them
Blackface?
into back.
I'm sorry. I was like, I cannot say it. I can. And I was like, no, I can't. No, I can't.
I should have been more specific. Athletes such as crew,
Okay. Shouts out.
water polo,
Is there like collegiate badminton, maybe?
Yeah, probably something.
so crew.
Row is big. Rowing.
That's crew.
That's crew.
That's where I got it from. You know, I was like, that sounds familiar. I told you it's gonna be a bad
Why do I
podcast
have
for
a
me.
flash of how high right now? There's like
yeah.
rolling cup.
Oh my god.
Puff.
It was actually Stroke Smoke.
Stroke,
Smoke.
smoke.
Shouts out,
Man, what a good
And Red.
movie.
Such a good movie.
Where's your crew at?
We gotta rewrite that thing.
No, the crew up.
Yes.
Anyway. Oh, it's so good. Like
athletes-
what? Anyway, these
Go listen
people
to
paid like
DeHaas after the
$500,000
Yeah.
to get their kids in school. I mean, pay for a damn tutor. How expensive is a tutor, dog? I mean, you're
Yeah.
rich. Like, what
Well,
is this? It's insane.
There's no substitute for hard work and sacrifice.
What?
Or $500,000. I mean, that is a good. I honestly, hard work and sacrifice is so hard, and you have to sacrifice so much that $500,000 seems like a good.
It's an FBI
Shortcut.
investigation, and in the files are like back and forth emails photoshopping kids' faces into onto like water polo players. Like
This sounds fun for everyone.
I can't even process it. Like, what are you talking about? Put your kid in a different school. Get him some SAT tutors. What are you doing?
That's 500 on top of how much tutors cost.
Right.
Because the
Right.
tutors,
Well-
the tutors didn't work. This is just an abject failure. Money means nothing.
No.
Whatever
there's
we have to
no
throw
way,
at it.
dude. There's no way. Okay, listen. I am horrific at math. Very, very bad. I had to take 2 remedial math courses in college. That means they didn't count for any credit, just so I could take the 1 math class I needed to graduate. Okay,
Oh, you was bad
I'm
at math.
bad at math.
Yeah, okay.
Like bad. Oh, you bad at math. Okay,
bad.
and I still managed to graduate with honors from a private university. I did it all on my own. All right, no help. Okay, I figured it out. I filled out the application and wrote the paper and stuff. I figured it out.
Yes.
All right, it's not that hard.
Or Aunt Becky could pay for it.
But she didn't pay for it because now everyone knows you didn't really get into that school.
Oh man, that's crazy. And honestly, the fact that they use the athletes, it's funny that like they use the NCAA to cover up.
But
some,
how
like,
do you? What happens to you once you get in the
dirty
school? They're
stuff.
like, "Where's my crew player that I signed up for?"
At that point in time, everybody knows there's like a couple people that's just not going to show up.
Somebody gets homesick. You never know.
Yeah,
What
it's like, is that person ever coming for the team? It's like, I never met him. I saw his name on the locker.
I don't like fully understand the spectrum of it. All
Yeah,
I know is there's a
not
lot of
neither.
people in trouble and a lot of people on that list, and I don't get it. Just get the kid tutor. Like,
If you have money, you can pay. That seems like you would. That's a good use of your money if you have an abundance of it. Get your kid in college, regardless of how good or bad they were as students up until that point.
just make.
Do you think they framed any of the photoshopped pictures?
Do you-
Like so they could actually pretend to be
God.
proud
I
of the
don't
kids
know. It's
also
just
too
so
while they fake their
incredible.
accomplishments?
And I'm not. Don't quote me on like these two actresses are the ones that had the Photoshop thing. Is like there's a whole report.
Right.
But there's so many universities in the
Yale's
world.
in there.
Like
Yeah.
this is why it's got to be Yale. There's other options,
That are cheaper too.
much cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, out of state maybe. You know what I'm saying?
I don't. It's
It's more expensive out of state.